Hello, and welcome back. Today, we're going to have a conversational video about Subnautica 2. All this talk recently has got me really interested in playing the game again. I'm excited for Subnautica 2, but hearing...
Fluid intake immediately.
Okay, I'll get to you. But hearing the news recently has made me want to make this video. And the title of the video, what is the Subnautica vibe? A lot of people have been saying that ever since Subnautica was released, because it was such a influential game to so many people. And I want people to understand, especially from the Subnautica management, development, and even at Crafton, the current publishers or whatever that have got into a hell of a mess with themselves, and the release of Subnautica 2, like, it has pissed off the whole gaming the community, because we were there for Subnautica, the first one, and we know gaming was at its height at that time, and we got to realize that this is a independent or independently made game. Subnautica 1. Early access, it was bare bones. I think it was just the map when they released the idea to the community. I saw the game being played by a YouTuber called Captain Source. There was more gameplay when he started to play it than a lot of most people started at the game, and everyone fell in love with it. They liked the aesthetics, they liked the environment, they liked the gameplay. A lot of things changed when developing Subnautica, and we're just gonna have a deep dive into why it was successful, and hopefully Crafton can understand the game a little bit better, because I think they lost the plot. They 100% lost the plot of what the game actually achieved, the first game, so to speak. And you know, they want to replicate it in a way, but they also want to improve on it. Okay, yeah, I'm getting my fluids in. I'm playing a hardcore, so if I die, that's it. I'm done for. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of the video. What is Subnautica? It's a exploration, crafting type game where you collect resources and you build your base. There's a story to it, of course, where you get blasted out of the sky, and you get marooned on this alien planet that you have to survive. It's also a survival game. Let's just go up here and I'll show you. That's the ship Aurora, which we were on, and we crash landed, and there's no voices to the game. This is it. This is where you are. You have to try and survive and figure out, why did you get blown out of the sky by the big alien gun? Now, in order to progress the story, you have a radio. So let's listen to the radio and see what it has to say.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now.
Oh.
We have a landing site for you that's Well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. We should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers, the weather holds.
Yep.
Don't leave us waiting. Sunbeam out.
So that's how we get the story of the game. You see, we have the timer when the sunbeam is going to arrive. Very good. Let's take a med kit with us. And there we go. I'm going to collect as much of these guys. At least 2. And, yeah. We're going to... What do I need? I think I need some resources. Can't remember exactly what I need. Is that the bird? The bird flying up there? So this is the game. You go around, early game, you look for rocks and whatnot to smash and collect things. Usually, there's one. Yep. Break that. That's exactly what I wanted. Right. I'm going to make a beacon, just so it's easier for me to find my new base. I wanted to get that started, and the whole game of me was going to be, there we go, create one of those. Was me building up my base, because it's really cool. For example, they added in the large room from Subnautica Below Zero, which, brilliant idea. I love the large room. It is a fantastic addition. Really, really cool.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. Really good addition to the base game. So they were updating the game, even though they released the sequel type of deal, Below Zero. But we know the proper sequel is going to be Subnautica 2. It was kind of like a in-between. I think that's when Crafton came into the picture with Below Zero. And I'll get to Below Zero in a bit, because I have an opinion on Below Zero. It's a good opinion, but it's not the best. Now, Subnautica doesn't have a voiced character. It's a silent character. You don't speak, whatnot. You just do what you do. And you go in your PDA, you have like all these voice logs that you can listen, like this one.
Play partially translated broadcast.
9 new biological subjects designated. Mode. Hunting. Analyzing. Sharing subject locations with other agents.
Now, that's mysterious. Now, what the hell is going on? Okay, you can go to your databases, Aurora Survivors. You can listen to some of them.
You really think it'll carry 2 of us?
Your regular sea glide tows a mass of 80 kilograms at over 30 kilometers an hour. The power cellar rig to this one should double that.
You think that...
Okay, so we've got exposition, people communicating through us through the PDA and that kind of thing. So there is... Ooh, I'm gonna take that. Thank you. Oh my god. So you see how he's glowing green and stuff like that? Later on in the game we learned that is a bacteria called the Qatar virus. And that's why the planet is under quarantine. That's why we got blown out of the sky. Because nothing is supposed to land on the planet. Nothing's supposed to leave the planet. Because it is a deadly virus. From like ancient whatnot, which we learn in Subnautica Below Zero. We learn a little bit more about the precursors where I like to make my base in, because it is very close to relatively close to all the amenities and stuff like that, and it's a cool location. So that being said, another part of this game is the fear of the open ocean. There are things in this world called leviathans, which attack you. These guys are pretty scary as well. That attack your ship and mess up your whole day. Not fun at all. So we are going to just build up our base over here. I think I know what direction I want it to go in. Okay, I'm out of titanium. So, the Subnautica vibe, if I can explain, is a sense of adventure, but imminent danger to it, where you get jump scared. You don't know what's going to come up behind you, type of deal. Yeah, there's maps and whatnot where you can kind of understand. Ghost leviathans, if you go too far out of the map boundaries, you get attacked. And it's a cozy game. It's very similar to Minecraft, and I think this game was inspired by it, where there are horror elements to it. And because there are a bit of horror elements to it, I have no power in here. That sucks. Alright, I'm gonna make a little base on land just to kind of get started.
Warning,
because this
emergency
is...
power only.
Yeah.
Oxygen production offline.
I've got most of my stuff and equipment. I stopped the radiation from the Aurora, so I think we're okay in that sense. What have I got in me? Okay, I got quartz. That's fine. Let's just get to the surface because I need solar power. I can make conduits to go all the way over and above here, but for the time being, we're just going to make a quick little base over here, and we should be alright. Oh, a GK. I'll take that, please. Oh, it's just lead. Alright. I think this is a good point to just set up a little something. There we go. There. Nice. And why can't I put you there? Why? Can I make a big one? Yeah, let's make a big one. That should work.
It may be prudent to separate work and leisure spaces to maximize productivity. Treat this space as your home, but never forget that it is not.
You see, the robot system is awesome. It communicates you. You feel. It feels real. Okay, I'm really annoyed that I ran out of titanium, so let's... How about, instead of me going there, I need to make a solar panel for it quickly. No, you're gonna let me climb up. You're not gonna And let me get on top of it, are you? Damn it, darn it, blast. Okay, well, can I put you there? Oh, really? Damn it. Okay, I still have some time before the sunbeam gets here. So, going into the depths here, you can't really see anything. You see the little radio thing there? That's means that I have a message. Now, I think I've explained the Subnautica base game enough for you guys to kind of understand what the vibe is. People can connect to the character a lot better if it doesn't have a voice. You know, it could be anyone. You know, it doesn't have to be male or female or anything. Oh, damn it. I'm getting hungry. Do I have... I'm not going to eat that. I definitely need some of that. Titanium, thank you. Oh, bugger me. Okay. I'm gonna take some of this titanium that I made here.
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah. Okay, let's just take all of that. Yeah, that's a lot of titanium that I need. I already started a planter there. So, let's get into Below Zero. Because it was fully voice acted, it really drove out the immersion of the game, especially the original game, where you don't feel like just a nobody, whatever. You have a character that you are playing. But the original Subnautica, you play as yourself. You know, there is no character. And I think that's what... It broadened its audience quite a bit because of it. You weren't... Oh, nice. There we go. Okay, well, let's open this up.
Power restored. All primary systems welcome aboard, Captain.
Nice. Okay, I am very happy about that. Let's see. We need copper ore. Need that. Okay, well, let's just pop you in there. And we'll pop one of you in there. Alright, I need copper ore and I need table coral. But if I'm gonna start dying, I'm just gonna go over here and I'm just gonna eat some stuff. There we go. Stuff is very nutritious. There we go. Look how nutritious that is. Yummy. Breakfast of Champions. Cool. Now I wonder if I can get some copper. Or at least some table coral. Don't know if I'm gonna find any here by the island. Be very lucky if I do. Ooh. Let's just break some rocks. We've got some lithium. Some gold. I did not want gold. Silver, that's fine. I should take my sea moth. I almost forgot the name of it. I'll take it in there. Hopefully that will... Oh, is that something? No, that's not anything whatsoever. Damn it, darn it, blast. Where was I saying? Below Zero. It was good. It was a good game. It was a different environment. I like that. But there was it was a shorter game, and I think they did too much, or they planned for too much. It didn't hit as hard as the original Subnautica did. Why? I can't exactly say why. I think they did too much. Oh, no, don't want to get involved there. And I think it was a shorter game. I think they put too much in the characters than they did the actual game itself, which, you know, it's not their fault. They had big plans and big ambitions. And I think this is where Subnautica 2 has run into its problem with Krafton and the developers. It can be early access. If they saw what the original Subnautica game was like at early access, it should have been released this year. But looking at the leaked documents that someone did, which everyone thinks that it was Krafton who leaked them. It wasn't the developers or anyone working at the company. It was management to say, "Oh look, you know, we had these goals," and you know, it's people are calling it greed, and I think it is. But it's the kind of greed from Krafton and management, where they didn't want to pay out bonuses. You can't do that to the developers, and that's why they're fighting back, and that's why the community is fighting back. Because the original, not the original directors, or the original founders, that's it, of the game got dismissed, and because of that dismissal, they didn't have to pay them the bonuses. I think it's like 25 million. A fucking ridiculous amount of money. And I think this is where the developers have to be humble, where they came from nothing. What's it? Natural Selection 2. They called it a Half-Life mod. And they realised, okay, yeah, you're not going to make money from modding. And they started Subnautica 2 to be a proper, fleshed out game. And people supported it because it came from humble beginnings. People in the gaming community love the humbleness of a game. And if there is any genuine love for the development of the game, people will come in droves. I can't even... I think it won a couple of rewards. Okay, let's just listen to this guy.
This is Life Pod 7.
Oh.
Coordinates attached. Pod is structurally sound, but the fabricator's bust. Requesting assistance. 7 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to data bank.
Aww. Bloody hell. Okay, well, let's go find that. We have 20 minutes left. I might be able to pull some... Oh, that's what I forgot to get, is some coral. You see, it's a travelling kind of game, you know, it's a back and forth, it's one of those games where you can put on YouTube in the background and just enjoy yourself. There's no immediate need to go and find the cure as fast as possible and whatnot. Yeah, I guess, you know, Sunbeam will arrive, but it's more of a event than it is a have to do this before this happens. Coral? coral for me? Coral? Do you have coral? No. You're gonna hurt me. Coral? Coral! Coral! Okay, I think it's only in the shallows that the coral spawns. Ooh, life pod 3. Have we checked you out? I think we might have. Alright. Ah, here we go. Here's some coral. What was it? The ribbon plant in Subnautica Below Zero. It was actually very difficult to play the game because there wasn't much of that material that you desperately needed to create batteries. So you had to farm it. It forced you to farm the resource rather than collecting all of it, and it wouldn't respawn. So you could soft lock yourself in Below Zero if you were not careful. I learned that's the hard way. You can actually check my early gameplay of the channel. This was the first ever game I played on the channel 5 years later, and I loved the game so much I wanted it to be the first game that I played. It was, 1, extremely popular, and 2, it's an easy fun game to do, and it records very well. Sure, my editing improved dramatically. Alright, so I kind of lost track a little bit, but we're just gonna get into the meat of the meat of the game. I stopped at, talking about Below Zero. Below Zero was a great game, and I enjoyed it, whatnot. I thought the large room was a huge improvement on the game. And to see that they added it in this game, the base game, brilliant, fantastic, well done to the developers. But now we're going to talk about, we kind of talked about what Crafton is doing and the developers and the whole spat with that kind of thing. Greed. I think that's what everyone is talking about, is that Crafton got greedy. They didn't want to pay the developers, and the developers possibly overextended themselves in what they wanted to achieve. This was developed as like a indie project, it's by a very small team. Below Zero ballooned in its development. Now, in the gaming industry, there has been a massive shake-up where we are going to talk about woke and woke nonsense, for example. A lot of AAA gaming companies banked on the woke aesthetics, and they've lost billions of dollars, not just millions, billions, where no one wants the woke rubbish. And you could kind of see it in Below Zero, where they got caught in that trap, but it was subtle enough, and the game had enough popularity that it didn't matter as much. Still a good game. And now this is where I think Crafton wanted to get rid of some of the extreme activist woke people, because they just weren't doing their job, or they weren't happy taking woke out of the game. Because Crafton, I think, knew that woke was a game killer. And if it came out in the game and people realised that it was too pushy and prejudiced, and they call it very forceful in their messaging, people just won't play it. People won't buy it. People wouldn't care. And I think that's where we stand now, where a lot of these game companies are doing a purge of the people that aren't contributing anything to the game and to the sales. It's clever. Okay? I want to be neutral, because now Crafton has come out to say that they are willing to share the portion of the bonus if they get it released on time. They have now done a extension of the early access. So, you know, looking at it, early access should have been already here today. But because of greed and whatnot, and corporate espionage, they've made very poor decisions, but they've corrected it in the best way. And yeah, I think things are very hopeful in what Subnautica is going to achieve now. I'm very satisfied in the direction that it is going to go in. I think it's going to be a great game. I don't have a problem whatsoever about it. I did have a problem. I was commenting on every video, watching every video about it, and pay the developers. Because that's corporate scumminess. Oh, I should probably make some water. Corporate scumminess that we have seen in the last couple of years, where these developers think that they don't have to pay the developers because of bullshit. And I think the woke bullshit has definitely been a death sentence for so many games that could have been great. They could have meant something. But because of woke, it ruined the whole message and the reasoning for it.
This is Altera HQ. This may be your only communications window. We can't send a rescue ship all the way out there, so Aurora, you're just gonna have to meet us halfway. We've uploaded blueprints to the ship's computer.
Sandwich run, you in?
Yeah, give me a second. Black box data shows the high security terminal in the captain's quarters is still functional.
Becky's leaving like in 5 minutes.
All right, well, tell Becky I'll just take the regular.
The regular.
Yeah, she'll know what I mean. The code should
And
be...
if she doesn't?
Just tell her the regular, dude.
Okay.
The
If I
code...
say regular, and she's like, what's the regular? I have to come all the way back up here.
The code should be 2679. The regular's just a ham and cheese.
Okay, would you just say ham and cheese?
Ham and cheese.
Okay.
So everyone's calling Crafton like Altera. You know, they... Not... Yeah. I think I pretty much said what I wanted to say in the video, where I'm neutral, and I think I know the reason why they did the things that they did. They could have done it a lot better, but because it was leaked, because it creates such a hoo-ha in the community, they had to come out about it. Now, I don't know if the original founders are some of these woke activists. I don't know. All I know is Subnautica 1 was a brilliant game. Below Zero was a great addition. I think it built on the game really well. Was it their intention to make it look woke? Who's to say? Who's to say that they are the reason for the woke nonsense in video
Emergency
games?
power only. Oxygen production offline.
Definitely gonna take that stuff. Okay, I need a battery charger. What does a battery charger need? Wiring kit, copper wire. Alright, wiring kit we've got. I think I've run out of copper wire. Yeah, I've certainly run out of copper wire. That's fine. It's okay. It's okay, we'll manage. We've got 7 minutes until the sunbeam arrives. So, until that time, I'm going to... I want to end off with the sunbeam, because it's like the aurora exploding. It's one of those very rare events that have a time thingy to it. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna throw this beacon out here. There we go. Pick up beacon. Nope, we're gonna rename it to base. There we go. Happy days indeed. So my channel hasn't been doing very well. I think Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, no one really watched it. Everyone was curious, but no one
Welcome aboard, Captain.
watched. Yeah, no one really watched it. Was quite upsetting. Can I get that? And I wanna put the dome in. Aluminium and lithium. Do I have lithium? Oh, I do have lithium and titanium. Nice. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. So that's what I have to say about Crafton, Subnautica 2. That's my 2 cents with it. I could be totally wrong. I don't think we will ever know the full story of what is going on behind closed doors. But pay the developers. They worked really hard on Subnautica 2. From what I've seen in the teaser, which, you know, very weird that all of this has happened just before and during the release of the trailer of it. Very, very strange, the timing of it. I really hope that they come to a agreement, and I hope the original founders of Subnautica get what they deserve. I think that's what everyone really wants. They don't want anyone to be screwed over by AAA corporate bullshit, because we're sick and tired of it. We really are. As the community, we are tired of the corporate bullshit that the gaming industry has been subject to. You know, when we talk about DEI quotas and representation and diversity. Nah, we don't care about that. We just want to play a good game that has nothing to do with that nonsense and bullshit. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and wait until the sunbeam comes, and we'll end off this video. Alright, so we're waiting. It's gonna take 50 seconds. We're gonna see the very cool animation of like, when I first saw this, I was overwhelmed. This is the kind of thing that was in... because it was in early development from a very, very early stage, people would see this as like the next update. Something would always happen in the next update. That would be so exciting. Oh, people would freak out because they wouldn't know what was going to happen. They wouldn't know what the hell this thing was supposed to do or be. You couldn't even access the alien facility at early access.
Survivor, we see you.
Oh,
man, I don't know how you held out down there. We broke an atmosphere and we're descending towards the landing site.
No, you don't want to do that.
Is that a building down there? What do you mean you can't identify it?
It's a gun. Get out of the way.
Back now. Positions, everyone. Touching down in 10, 9, 8.
Oh, there you are.
It's coming from the building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
Total annihilation. So that was the gun that took out the Aurora. I think by accident. I don't think we were meant to land on the planet. But, yeah. So, that's what the gaming community will do to Subnautica 2 if things are not sorted. I hope Crafton understands the gaming community will absolutely nuke the game if you do not do this properly or do this right. And yeah, that's that. I guess that's my warning. That's my neutral view. I think Crafton are doing it for a reason. We don't know the reason because it's behind closed doors. But I do hope the developers get what they deserve in regards to payment, because it is gonna make a lot of money if they do it right. And that being said, I hope you guys are going to watch some more videos on my channel. This is a very out of the way kind of videos that I kind of do. But yeah, I wanted to do it because I love Subnautica as a game. First game I ever played on my channel. You can go check that out to see how far I have really come. And yeah, if you do enjoy the videos, please like, leave a comment, share to all your friends, and most importantly, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.